Hey everybody, Mike Frieder here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm here with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about NIST SP 800-171, Control 3.1.8, limiting unsuccessful logon attempts. I have to tell you, this may absolutely be one of the single most important compliance controls to comply with out of all 110. And seriously, this is the control that, when properly solved for, can stop ransomware attacks in its tracks, all right, in many cases. So this is important. You'll want to hang with me until the end on this one. It could save you. I'm not even kidding, all right? By default, systems like Windows and many other systems kind of out of the box are usually set to allow a person to try to log in really as many times as they want, right? You got a username, you got a password, you just keep typing the thing in. Windows by default will actually let you just keep on doing that into oblivion. So, no warning, no penalty, no issue, just keep on trying until you eventually get it right. And if you have the right password, of course, you can get in. And that's kind of how simple security is, even on modern day Windows desktops. So the challenge comes in when you have a system that allows for an unlimited number of logon attempts. You can remotely set up a process to try logging on with millions of passwords. I mean, literally millions, hundreds of millions. There's a lot of tools out there called password cracking tools. You can kind of look it up on YouTube. Pretty easy. Nobody gets alerted when there's a failed login. So over time, an attacker can remotely try millions of password combinations in what's called a brute force password cracking attack. Okay, believe it or not, this is the most common way that attackers are able to get into systems and run ransomware attacks. To be properly secure, you must have a mechanism in place which will limit these unsuccessful logon attempts. Otherwise, with enough time, it's gonna happen. They'll get a lucky guess in, they'll get it unlocked, and boom, once they've got the right username and password, of course, hey, look, it doesn't matter what kind of security, antivirus, etc. you've got on the system because they've got the right password. Now, this, of course, brings us to our next big challenge in cybersecurity, which is if they have the right password, right, no amount of security matters. And so, again, that's why this control and complying with it is so important. So if someone needs more than 3 to 5 tries to remember a password, something's wrong. It's probably time for a new password. And while we're at it, let's actually lock the account for some period of time to stop any kind of a potential rapid fire attack like what we've described with these password attacks that could be going on. This forces an IT admin to also get alerted, right? Somebody's going to come let you in if you're a legit user. And so someone's going to investigate, see what's going on. Hey, is it even really the user trying to do this? And so, again, a good time to reset the password to stop it from being guessed, and then manually reach out to the user, investigate, make sure it was actually them trying to get in. Now, this is a much more secure way to run a system, but it doesn't happen by default. So, and if it wasn't the user trying to log in, well, we have a bigger problem, right? Could be the sign of that brute force attack. We see it all the time when we do network audits, right? We'll log in, we'll get a failed login report. We'll see that there are hundreds, even thousands of failed logins in the last 30 days, and we go, oh, we got an attack going on. Let's go solve it. So, again, saving people's money, right? Remember, usernames and passwords are a commodity on the dark web, okay? Literally, you can go to the Identity Theft Forum. It's a website out there. You can Google it. And a working username and password is like $7 to $25 on the internet, all right? It's like buying Skittles. It's super easy. So look, best practice in this situation is to configure the system to lock a logon process for a predetermined time, and then lock user accounts out of the system after a predetermined number of invalid login attempts. So if you try putting the password wrong 5 times in a row, you can't get back into that account until an IT admin administratively unlocks it. That's a safe way to do it. Gets IT involved, lets them investigate what's going on. The real user gets called and hopefully verifies, yes, it actually was me. I forgot my password, and I decided to spell spaghetti with a couple of R's in it. Look, we will discuss, hey, listen, we're IT admins, right? Sometimes we deal with that kind of stuff. So look, ultimately that's the best practice. In Windows you can use group policy to do this. In other systems it varies. Usually there is system settings. But ultimately, again, if you need help with that, always feel free to give us a shout. But look, we'll discuss other aspects of system security plans and future compliance tips. But if you're trying to get compliant with DFARS, NIST, SP 800-171, or CMMC on your own, and you're looking for some help, you're stuck, you're banging your head against the wall, Look, our compliance experts are always on call for you, all right? Click the button below to schedule a chat with one of our compliance experts to get the help you need. Or if you're on YouTube, check the link in the description or find out how we may be able to help you with our done-for-you compliance services. They can get this solved in just 2 or 3 days and certainly make you guys a whole lot more secure, okay? If you're watching this video on YouTube and found this information to be helpful, do us a huge favor, hit that like button, and even better, smash the subscribe button so you can get future compliance tips as soon as they're released. It really helps us out. We're trying to sort of build up our audience here. And again, thanks so much for watching, and stay secure and compliant out there. We're here to help.